Hey guys, hope you can hear me now. There was a bit of a problem with XSplit. In any case, welcome to Tuesday's stream. I'm going to be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. It's been recommended to me by a few people. I must admit, it's not really a game I usually go for. I like these story type of games. This seems to have more of a horror twist to it. I just want to get it out there. This game is not for children or the easily disturbed, so please be aware of that. I've even put a message on the screen, so I don't really know what is going to happen. And I might have to split this over 2 streams, to be honest. We'll see how it goes. Thierry, welcome. Ozcat, welcome. Buntendo, Brett Gaming, Majorskalle, Pokemon Master. Hope you are doing good. Who's going to be my waifu? I haven't a clue. I've tried to do what you said and not look into the game at all. When I was looking for screenshots, though, a couple of pictures come up which kind of looked a bit wrong. So we'll see how we go. Texas Liberty, welcome. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori. Hope I said that right. A neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I'd get tired of waking up. I tell you what, I really hate getting up in the morning. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of text in this game, so I'm not going to read all of it out, but hey. How's idle in front of the crossword? Let's say, oh, catch up to me. Fair play. Overslept again. I know the feeling. Caught you this time. Wow, I'm in the game. If people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have to have it in you to be mean, even if you wanted to. Whatever you say. Hee hee hee. Yeah, this is a video game, strangely enough. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Aaron, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. Haven't been looking either. Huh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. What is going on? That is what I'm asking. Sorry, likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content. Just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Yeah, I get what she means there. Maybe not so much the anime, so much nowadays. Definitely with the games. Yeah, I know it's a visual novel. I was just messing, Siri. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialise or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me. I was actually quite surprised this was a free game. I was expecting to have to pay for it, but yeah, it's completely free on Switch, so on Steam. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET. What's a NEET? In a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. Calm down, calm down. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Shawnee, hey there. I'm really concerned. I've been told, like, the first part of the game isn't too bad, and then it just goes crazy. So I'm hoping I can handle it. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Okay, we're inside the school classroom. The school day is as ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Neat. Not employment, training or education. There you go. I learned something new today. No spoilers though, yeah? Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I guess that's a start. Well, I was spacing out. I look around, realise that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. So I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Okay. Yeah, I've tried to stay away from spoilers, Brett. I've been told, like, the first half of the game is a bit slow. Well, someone told me it was a bit like watching paint dry. I don't quite know how true that is. But I played similar games like this. I guess Life is Strange is similar. Just a bit more interactive. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. What type of school is this? That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I'm gonna go to the anime club. Why'd you care so much? Well, kinda told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. That is already alarm bells, I'm telling you that. Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I love my cakes. I will be there. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to plan all this out. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Is there any other button I can press except for the mouse? Maybe I can just drag the mouse out a bit further. And for us, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Could think of worse things to sell your soul for. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, the section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Pretty empty. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to literature. I really have trouble pronouncing that. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. So we've got Girl 1 and Girl 2. Do they actually get names at some point? Seriously, you bought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Aaron, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. Speechless. All words escape me in this situation. Sure do. He's full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. Okay, that's Natsuki that I've heard about. Every night you are going to have to choose words to choose who you want to go out with. Yuri, difficult. Sayori, bittersweet words. Natsuki, short words. Okay, so maybe I should be going with Natsuki. Short words. If I'm going to say them, maybe it's probably the best way to go. The girl with a sour attitude whose name is apparently Natsuki is one I don't recognise. The small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Suri, the smartest in the club. I see, so Yuri, yeah, the smartest, being the difficult words. I get what you mean there. No worries, Brett. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Oh, well, it's nice to meet both of you. I love the fact they've all got completely different coloured hair. Crazy. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Well, she's got kind of normal coloured hair. It's great to see you again, Aaron. Nice little smile. We do know each other well. We rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. I don't know, I might go with Natsuki. I haven't completely made my mind up just yet. Basically, completely out of my league, so having her smile at me generally feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Aaron. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. I'm a happy man. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. I got a little excited. How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Guessing these are going to be the cakes. I hope they're good. A dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Whiskers drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. Had no idea you were so good at baking. Well, now you know. Just hurry and take one. Grabs one first and Monica I follow. It's just delicious. I really hope these cakes haven't been poisoned. Kind of knowing what this game's going to turn into, I wouldn't be surprised. So it talks with a mouthful. Has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. First thought, they all look like pretty good looking girls, so at the minute I haven't kind of made my mind up. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down, the icing is sweet, full of flavour. I wonder if she made it herself. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Can I just ask how old these girls are supposed to be? Is this high school or does it take place after high school? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Well, maybe. Not for you, you know, you dummy. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic. Dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. I love the hair. Purple. You don't see many people with purple hair. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom. What type of school is this? Don't worry, the teachers... Okay, as long as the teachers gave permission. Just don't spill any of it over anyone else. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Is she now? Lucky me. Insulted, Yuri looks away. Hey there, Eric. How's it going, man? I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. Nice little smile. So what made you consider the literature club? I don't think I did I? I kind of got dragged along to this. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically, what did I say, dragged here by Sayori. Haven't joined any clubs yet. Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Major, I guess it would be like Professor Layton if, well, I haven't come across any puzzles yet, but from what I hear it gets pretty dark. I would be surprised if Professor Layton ever went in that direction. We'll make sure... Oh, I've got a bit of a cold today, guys, so if I get a bit stuffy, you know why. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. If it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. There's probably a very, very good reason why it's just these girls in this club. Just throwing it out there. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all that effort to start something brand new. Kind of know that feeling. It reminds me of my YouTube channel. Definitely hard work. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah. We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to justify these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Aaron, what kind of things do you like to read? Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Apart from magazines in real life, I don't really read that much. Manga. I ain't read manga for a long time. But in the game I did, so I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favourites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Okay, thank you, Shawnee. Peter Plays, I'm giving it a go. It was kind of requested by a few people. I thought I'd give it a go. Telling a good story is such a foreign world, and it's equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things, right? I need to definitely keep track of what these girls like. Yuri, stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well, so I reckon that's gonna come up at some point. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror, right? I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes you think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Natsuki doesn't like horror. Okay. Why is that? Well, I just... Okay, that is a little bit suspicious. Monica, welcome. Majorskalle, right? As I started the stream, the microphone wasn't working. I accidentally said Doki Doki Panic. Doki Doki Panic was what? Super Mario Bros. 2 USA? Completely different game. I don't know. What am I up to? I am playing Doki Doki. Get this right. Literature Club. Just a word of warning. Apparently, it can easily disturb you. I haven't really got that far yet. Just to bear. Just keep that in mind. Never mind. That's right. Usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki, puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems. I guess sometimes. Why'd you care? Think that's impressive? Why don't you share them sometime? No. Averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Well, unless you're going to tell me what they are. I won't know. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example, help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. No answer from Yuri. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Okay. Let's do this. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Aaron? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic and me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. I can't let him down now, surely. I'm sorry, I thought. Yeah, I'm going to have to give in, aren't I? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, so be it. Okay, I've decided then. Everyone does stuff like that at school. I remember joining clubs just because there are a load of women there, stuff like that. Well, girls at the time, I guess. I joined the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. Then that makes it official. I'm part of the literature club. Saul, no spoilers, please. Okay, everyone, I think with that one we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. I don't think I'm very good at expressing myself. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I guess I'm going to find out. The anxiety building up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Aaron, since we're already here, do you want me to walk home together? That's right, Sayori, and I never walk home. Say Ori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Okay. On that note, bear with me 1 second, guys. I'll be back in a tick. Okay, we're back in. Wayne, welcome. You're in Newcastle, yeah. You got there okay, yeah? Obviously. We got a few more people in the stream. Welcome as well. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in literature club? Let me think about this for a minute. Yeah. Perhaps I had the chance to grow closer to one of these girls, right. I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. Oh man, my nose. I think we're good. Keep an eye on my game files. See you later, Monica. Take it easy. Right, okay. Game files. What do you mean by that? Right, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Right, nothing too bad here. Can we change pages or what? Take it easy, Wayne. See you later. Let's go with amazing. A dance. A bit of singing. Memories. Special. Got to go with games. Email. Charm. Let's put in a disaster. I must admit, I'm a little confused what's going on here, so I'm just picking random words. Thierry, I did see you posted on Dan of FuturePerfectGaming. His video, something about that as well. I did wonder what that was all about. Monica, hi again. Aaron, glad to see you didn't run away on us. Might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Aaron. Hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry guys, Aaron always gives it his best as long as we're having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. I'm such a good guy, aren't I? Look, cooking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Yeah, I've been there. Once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Aaron can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Hey there, True Blocks Gaming. Welcome to stream. Hope you are doing well. No worries, Pokemon Master. What is it? Never mind. Sorry made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want me to make it one. Yuri reaches into her bag, pulls out a book. Didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is How Is This Girl Accidentally Being So Cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. This is going to be really tricky if I need to keep track of the game files. Hold on. Let me just have a real quick look. See if I can kind of do two things at the same time here. So, I guess it is wherever my Steam is located. I must admit, I'm not really too sure. Is it on E? Let's load up Steam real quick. Why doesn't it actually say then, Terry, that you should be looking at this folder? Steam Apps Common, Doki Doki. Okay, well, I've got the folder open. I will keep an eye on it. Yeah, that's what I did. Local files. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Oops. I've literally just started summer. What, 20 minutes? Something like that? Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related to myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book you gave me. Feeling a little too tired to read. Could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. It doesn't solve the problem. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know. After they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Bring those cakes along. I'm sure that will get a bit of a crowd going. What kind? Cupcakes. I'm starting to know these characters already. Right, Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. She certainly does. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out details of the event itself. Okay. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding my motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. Can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. Nearly fall out of my chair. Not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does that school have a napping club? That sounds like a great idea. You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're going to have less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. Glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Huh? Not every day. Oh, this is the Sayori event. So what? Depending on what words I choose, I have different cutscenes, I guess. Yeah, it must be going like that. I'm still keeping an eye on that folder as well. I'm in the Doki Doki Steam folder. It's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for all of this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain on your collar. Is there? Better eyesight than I have. Nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it. Because they don't want to embarrass you. I remember a guy from work. He had chocolate all down the side of his mouth. I didn't tell him about it. I didn't want to embarrass him, but he had it on his face for like a good hour before someone else mentioned it. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned it earlier. Nobody's gonna... Yeah, let's move on. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Brett Gaming, welcome back. Oh, okay, you've not seen these cutscenes, Shawnee. That's kind of useful. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Start to button a blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is... Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Bit awkward. Struggled to fully close a button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would notice sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily buttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like that. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. There is a lot of text in this game. Can I just skip it? No. I didn't say anything embarrassing, jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. I need to take my own advice because I always wake up late. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier, fine, it's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are of taking care of ourselves. I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Oh, Monica's back. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls you out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Oh, here we go. Okay. Can't wait to read your poem, Aaron. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? I chose 20 words to make a poem. I'm not quite sure it's going to work out to be a full-on readable poem, but I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in the composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Here we go. Okay, who should I show my poem first? You know what, I seem to be getting on okay here with Sayori, so I might just share it with her to start with. Exactly, more comfortable. Chat with her the most. I've heard the music is actually really good in this game. There's a lot of OSTs on YouTube for it. This is so good, Aaron, really? Well, you would say it, perhaps. Oh, really? Thank you. I always kind of thought of myself as a writer growing up, so... Must be good. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not really a good writer. Honestly, have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ah ha ha ha. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? I want to actually see what I wrote here. Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's Aaron poem. And that makes it feel extra special, okay? Like I could feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against the chest. You're so weird. I wouldn't say that's weird, but I'm really happy. Just that you wrote one, it just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. Good of you. I'm not... I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay. Now, I'm going to read her poem. Okay, let's give it a go. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a raining day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Click outside poem area to continue, okay. Beautiful poem that was. Senior Milk, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one today. That was a good poem. I'm going to have to steal that and use that at some point. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better. That's pretty good for coming up with that type of poem in the morning. Especially after you've just got out of bed. Don't be mean. I still tried my... That was a good poem. It wasn't bad at all. I think she's impressed anyway, so I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I'm not a breakfast person at all. I get all cranky, well I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Okay, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more poems here. Okay, so we've gone through Sayori's. Let's go with Monica this time. Hey there, Monica. Having a good time so far? Yeah, I guess so. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. I will keep that in mind. How does this Aaron know what I'm going to say? It's weird. It's happened multiple times. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, Want to share your poem with me? It is kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Okay, what's she going to think of it? Oh, she likes it. That's good. Llama, welcome to the... or is that Llama? Welcome to the stream. I haven't even had dinner yet, so talking about breakfast and food, cupcakes, it's getting me pretty hungry. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different, really. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some other similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other as well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into this too much? I could be. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? That's just life, isn't it? You know, you're going to have sad things in life and happy times. Well, each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else does. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. That sounded like an awkward laugh to me. Anyway, do you want to read my poem? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I will be the judge of that. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Hole in a wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes, a noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I never know, I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retinas. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole, it wasn't too bright, it was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realise now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Okay, not really too sure what to make of that poem. Sounds pretty, bit darker. A bit darker than the other one, not too sure why, but... Take it easy, Pokemon Master, thank you for stopping by. SMG4. Not too sure what that is. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time in between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Ah, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany, that's the word, recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming off strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something done on the paper, tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Well, thank you, Monica, for that great advice. I'm sure it's going to come in handy. Right, okay, so I'm going to show it to... Let's go with Yuri. The purple hair chick. Okay. Did she like it? That is the question. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why'd you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through. Ah, so it's that bad. No? Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. She sounds pretty shy to me. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time to get used to new people. I can totally understand that. What were you saying? It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. No worries, Eric. Hey there, Niall. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one today. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. A bit more comfortable then. So many different skills and techniques. Not just find them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, learning by, like any skill that you learn, I guess. Anyone who starts off a skill starts off, you know, rubbish. I know, I've been there. Once you kind of get some experience in it, you definitely improve. Also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. A bit of gossiping. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Okay, let's do this. I was going to say, I thought literature was about reading books, not about, well, writing poems, but, yeah. Ghost under the light. What is that? The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Yeah, it's alright. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? Well, I was kind of thinking that I was having difficulty reading that. It was very nice handwriting. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Trust Terry to find the font. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems, not all. I'm really glad you like it, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Aaron. Really? I didn't actually think it was about ghosts. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's deep. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about it like that. impressive stuff. Guess I'll have to keep trying, counting on you. So what, we got the last one, Natsuki's. I was going to say, that poem really didn't seem bad at all. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. That's a bit easier to understand. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. Okay. Wasn't quite on the same level as the other poems, if I'm being honest. Bit more simpler to understand. Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah, sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. Isn't the point of a poem for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end but then made it fall flat on purpose. Helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Okay, she's the youngest one here. I decide to humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, so that's all the poem's done. Do I need to... I thought I was going to have to, like, pick one. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki, gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Oh, right, that is good. I am glad they're 18 years older. That makes it a little less weird for me. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the point? Round one, start. Okay, let's see what they're going on about. Saying something nice. Okay, so they're starting to fight already. I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. It would be... I would be quite intrigued if the developer got voice acting for this game. Just like an option. I think it would be a good move. Maybe not for the character you're playing as, but for the girls in particular. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Aaron liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. I'm kind of getting the feeling here that all of these girls are going to get a bit crazy. They're going to go after my affection. That's just what I'm seeing at the minute anyway. Didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress a new member. Maybe you're just jealous that Aaron appreciates my advice more than he appreciates you. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, there we go. Sayori's back in the scene. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Aaron started showing up. Awkward. I don't like fighting guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing here. Where are the rest of the school here? So far, it's just a few girls in the classroom. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Okay, I've never played a dating sim before, so this is very new to me. The only other... I remember the DS got some dating sims. They're massively popular in Japan. Not really a type of game I'd get into. Except I remember Wayne was going on about it a couple of weeks ago. There was a pigeon game. A pigeon dating sim. That's the only other one I know about. Help me explain that to her, Aaron. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Aaron? Okay. Whatever. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be... Oh. I think I've just upset someone here. Natsuki glares at me, trying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Aaron, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into conflict. Yeah, I haven't seen any of those, Terry. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why. What? You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems. They're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Make sure you bring a cake back. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Ahaha. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't it? Isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Good. Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Okay. How did I feel about sharing poems? Yeah, I guess it was fun. It was alright. How about you? I'd say the same, yeah. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends as well. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Aaron, ready to walk home? Let's go. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Lucky me. Gino, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one. About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that kind of thing happen often? No, no, no. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? Don't hate them at all. Seemed alright. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Aaron. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, says Sayori. I pat Sayori on the whatever. I said that to myself and to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Let's do this. Okay, so we're writing another poem. Right, so let's start off with... Let's go with Vivid. Getting a very, like, 8-bit music vibe here. I'm going to stay away from words like depression, misery. I want to try and stay upbeat here, so party. Everyone's got a dream. Summer. What else we got? Calm. Some of these seem to be repeating. Let's go with Inferno. Let's think about childhood. Extraordinary. Kind of wish I got to see my own poem. Man. Suicide. Yeah, I'm not going with that. Let's go play. Forgive. Special. So I do wonder if this drastically alters, like, later in the game. How much it changes it, I don't know. I see like words like grief and massacre here, which, yeah, I can kind of see going in the wrong direction. Let's have a horror, like a good old horror film. Frightening. Yeah, I'm trying not to read too many of the comments that might give things away. Right, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey Aaron, hey Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simplest things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Stop talking about food. Oh, what did I just do there? Turn her down. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Turns it upside down, lets all of its contents spill on the desk. 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. Did she want me to buy her something? Yeah. One more thing. You're always hungry, and that only leaves one option. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Oh, here we go. Yuri's just showed up on the scene. I didn't notice she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Tell Aaron to let me borrow some money. Have I even got any cash? You should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just? I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. That no way. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? What are people talking about? So far, this game's been alright. Nothing too major going on. What's the big deal? Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. You wouldn't have come in if it weren't for the cupcakes, so I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, sorry. What was that? Ow. What was? It's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Nice. I was just going to give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki. That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper, takes a big bite. So good. Suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue, that was clever. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. I get it, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Suddenly leads down, takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Not too happy about that by the looks of it. Oh, where's Monica then? Very good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I guess it is. Maybe she's just off ill for the day. Okay, not too happy about that. Oh, here she is. Turned up a bit late. Didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? To be honest, lost track of time. Oh, all this talk of food. Oh, I could really go with a chicken tikka masala. Anything at the minute. I'd even kind of just run up the road and grab a Macca's. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. KFC is definitely a weakness for me. As well. Thankfully, that is a little bit further afield, so it's a bit of a travel up there. You would have heard that bell ring at least. Must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? Oh, okay, so that's kind of like a new thing for her. I remember years ago, I tried learning piano myself. I think I got into it for about a week. I kind of lost interest. I could play Mario Brothers and Sonic the Hedgehog. That was about it, I think. Maybe once I get a little better I will. Yay. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. In that case, I won't let you down, Aaron. Pizza is good as well. Pizza, KFC, curry, Chinese, you know, they're all great takeaways. Right, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that, don't worry. Been practicing a whole lot recently and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see, in that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining anyway. It looks like everyone's already settled down. Wow, time is going quick here. It looks like everyone has already settled down though. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Can't blame her. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Aaron. Sayori suddenly comes up to me. Gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up. Me and Monica were gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons, markers, glue sticks, stuff like that, yeah. We'll be back soon. Are you going with Aaron to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'll be happy to go with him. Okay, I think you just upset Sayori there. So much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Please finish Act 1. How many acts are in the game? Out of interest. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure. How would you make an event out of literature? Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yup. We're going to do a poetry performance. Is that a thing? Of what kind? Well, everyone is going to take turns on stage and recite their favourite poems. Ah, that sounds kind of dull. Yeah, it sounds pretty boring to me, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not going to tell her that if I had the ability to. You're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's just not about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poem. Between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from the clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but barren wasteland. I'm working super hard on this, you know. I know. It's just meant there's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Well, the thing is, I mean, what is the time? 7 o'clock. I've got a bit of time. It really depends when Act 1 is done with. I mean, it's really annoying. I was, in a way, kind of hoping that I would get the entire game done today. But I don't think really that's going to happen. But it's just trying to find more time to stream the other half otherwise. It's been a long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this, but in the end she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to haul myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see, what do we have in here? Crayons. Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. She starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the colour names. That's one down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find favourite colour. Oh, and the poster paper as well. Can't forget that. What was that? That's not good. Yesterday, I smacked my head on the shelf right behind me. It was not good. Not good at all. Sayori bends over and smacks... Yeah, we know. She falls to the floor. Crayons spill all over her lap. You okay? My forehead. Clutches her forehead. Geez, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori, but it hurts. Just do it for a second. Oh, we get a different shot. No blood. I think we're good here. Gently brush her bangs to the side. Sorry, there's a huge red mark on the centre of her forehead. Bump is starting to form as well. Find some ice. And a cold drink as well. I bet she did this on purpose to get my attention. Okay, okay, we're back in the hallway. What should I get for her? It doesn't really matter since I'm going to be using it as an ice pack. Okay, apple juice it is. She has one palm on her forehead, using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Opens the cap, starts drinking from it. Not the brightest getaway. She places the bottle against a bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it. Bit nostalgic now. You know how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know. Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games that I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way it was my fault, kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. But you're always thinking about other people, even after all these years. That's a good quality to have, I think. You rushing to help me, even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Take it as a compliment, Aaron. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? Nothing lasts forever. There's no telling where we'll each end up for college. So it wouldn't be fair to make any promises, but I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Well, your hair's going to cover up the bumps, so I think you're good. Exactly. I'm definitely going to have to add the OST playlist for this game. Kind of, yeah, Life is Strange is another good one. Both of them, to be honest, Life is Strange and Before the Storm. Both got really great OSTs. How many times I've listened to them, I've got no idea, but it's a lot. You're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with Sherry. I was going to say, what's going on with the poems? Seems like ages ago now. Were you able to find everything we needed? Yeah, we got the crayons. Oh, really? You forgot them? I've got it, that's why. Yeah, you could say that. It was a bit out of the norm, I must admit. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Let's do this. Come on. Who are we going to go for first? Let's go with Monica this time. How's the writing going? It's alright. One day. Want to share what you wrote for today? Go for it. Oh, it is good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it. But you do spend quite a lot of time with her, even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. And you can talk to me every now and again too. She seems okay. Yeah, let's read her poem. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Let's take a look. Right, save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless... What is that? Cacophony? Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. There we're going with the food again. An endless poem of meaningless. That sounded a bit depressing, to be honest. That is true. I mean, it wasn't a bad poem at all. It was just, if you look at it, you know, coming from her thoughts, it wasn't the best poem. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Yeah, quote me on that. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Okay, so I can save. You know what? I'm going to save it right now. I'm not quite sure why I would need to do that, but let's go with Fury. Thank you. Hopefully one day I will have the skills of a master poemist. Is that even a word? Poem writer. Fourth wall break. Yeah, I see what you mean with that. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much. If it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. I'm slightly concerned now that I have, well, the save option's always been there, but am I going to have to, will something bad happen and I need to go back and rectify the problem? That's kind of what that is leaving me with at that point. Yeah, let's give it a read. Is this a poem you wrote for today? Let's have a look. The Raccoon. That's a long poem. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for me. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom, the bread my hunger, curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. Fair enough. I don't know. That doesn't... The whole knife element doesn't sound great to me. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Speechless, you could say that. I still haven't noticed anything going on with the install folder as well. I keep looking. HSD, welcome. Right, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why'd you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Aaron? Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'd go with that. Everyone's got something they feel embarrassing about themselves. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Might be ranting a bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Good point, Siri. Let's go with Sayori. Can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. They may be good, but it is the first time I've really been writing, so maybe I'm just a natural born writer. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki is the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things. I just mean that you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life, but you somehow make everything in your life an adventure? Even the little things. That is a good way of thinking about life. Cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We've got kind of a weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business. Hurry up, I just want to read your poem. I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Okay, have a look at my poem. It's the first time you've written something for me. She's turned into a bit of a fangirl. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped, but being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down, pick up... Oh, one sec. I bend down, pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knees shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Yeah. I grab Sayori's arm, help her sit at the desk. Still haven't read your poem. Let's have a look then. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Okay, that's a weird thing to say. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. In bottles all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends, each bottle with starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping, I blow dust off my bottle caps, it doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. That was actually a really good poem, I thought. Bit confused, but yeah, it was a good poem. Respect. I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I can see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy in a good way. Oh, teary. I hope you get that sorted. My computer's been messing around a bit lately. Yeah, it wouldn't turn on this morning. I was kind of worried if I'd be able to stream, but yeah, messing around with it, kind of got it back up and running. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? Hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. Keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. Sounds like me. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, we've just got Natsuki to go then, so let's have a look at hers. It's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. It's a good sign. Anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Take it as a compliment, yeah. Bit too confident with her there. Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength, but you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden. Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Yeah, I really, touch wood. Have I got something that's wood here? Touch wood. Yeah, nothing happens with my computer. Yeah, otherwise I don't know what I would do, to be honest. Thankfully, you know, I work in IT, so if anything goes wrong, I'm the best person for the job, I'd say. Whatever it is, I don't get it. I'm supposed to show you my poem. Okay, that's a bit easier to understand. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm going to tell everyone. Okay, nice girl. Sounds a little bit too paranoid about spiders. Hope you didn't think that was the best I could do, of course not. The message is pretty straightforward in this poem. Don't hang around people that like spiders. I don't really understand people that hate spiders. If you're living in Australia, like Ozcat, I totally understand that. I would be a little worried as well. Over here in the UK, there's nothing really that's going to attack you, but or cause you any damage. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... Doesn't matter, it can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'll make fun of you. 100%, yeah. That's just what makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. Totally agree. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. I always, when I was younger, like gaming wasn't really as big as it is now. So yeah, people always kind of thought I was a bit weird for liking gaming so much. I was just like, for a long time, I tried to hide it. But it's like now, you know, honestly, I don't care. So many people enjoy gaming, and thankfully, I know quite a lot of people at work, in my, you know, socially, that like gaming. So to me, it seems pretty normal. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today, huh? I've seen that guy before. Haven't a clue where he's from, but I've seen him before. Niall, you're watching 15 minutes behind. Time to catch up. You've missed a few weird poems. That's all I can say. Poems about spiders. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. Didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be... Oh man, my nose is doing my head in. Cookie Go Raw, welcome to the stream. And thank you for the compliment as well. Much appreciated. I guess I should not try to be so mean to her. I have got a bit of a cold, by the way, so if I feel a bit stuffy, that is why. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviours and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Okay, I guess that is it for the day. We're all done reading each other's poems. I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. Well, we'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. Don't really do well with last minute preparations. I'm the same, to be honest. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing what? Some poems. Yeah? Poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. That could go seriously wrong. Sayori's putting it in all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Good idea. Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, I think it is a bad idea. Even if Natsuki doesn't agree with that, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. Welcome back, Pokemon Master as well. Hope you're good. So I'm sorry. I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people we perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. It's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Fun being the word here, which I don't think is going to get much fun later on. It's those reasons that we're all in the club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. If all it takes standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then all I know, you can do it. Natsuki Yuri remains silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a bit. There's a reason, probably, why they've kind of failed at getting new members. I'm sure I'm going to find out. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get over it. This club's seriously going to be the death of me. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Good point. I'll start off to help everyone feel a bit more comfortable. Okay, so she shows a poem. The Way They Fly. I guess she's pretty used to sort of reading out poems in front of other people. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes recitation. The four of us applaud. Hey there, Red Plats. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one today. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good. I kind of was hoping to hear the poem, unless it was one that I've already seen. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands, stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... exclamation mark. Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. Probably mispronounced that. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside of her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone's stunned. Okay, give her a bit of a clap, I guess. As we applaud, Yuri holds a poem to her chest, rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori helps out of her chair, cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Try to think of it of like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it will come out the best way. I see. Okay, so she's starting her poem. Feels like her soft voice was made for a perfect match. Poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. Good job. Even Aaron likes it. That's a backhanded compliment. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely, but it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that type of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki. Don't make me go before Aaron. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Aaron lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Cheek. It's fine. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up, step in front of the podium. Everyone's got their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I've been in similar situations many times. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy in it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it. I think it's less about your abilities, more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that will improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Tiri! Take a little break there for a second. How do I like the story thus far? I don't really know what to make of it. It's quite interesting. I want something a bit more to happen though. It's seems to be taking its time for anything really to kick off. Or get interesting, I would say. The thing is, I know it's going to get more interesting as I go on. It's all about the relationship between these girls at the minute, isn't it? To me anyway, it seems like they're all competing with each other. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little uninfused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style. It works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. I must admit, when I spoke to Dan, he didn't give me anything away, but I was slightly concerned. And the weird thing was, when was it? Sunday? I think it was on Sunday. I looked up, downloaded the game, and I went to bed. I had a bit of a nightmare about the game. I don't know why. I think it was just... I think for the fact that everyone kept saying that don't play... Well, play it, but expect it to go really bad. If you're anxious, if you get depressed easily, don't play the game. I think a lot of this was maybe playing on my mind Sunday night. I don't really feel too bad now. I really probably would have preferred not to have known any of that, just gone into it blind. Yeah, Dan hasn't spoiled anything, so it's all good. Okay, so we're just waiting for her to do her poem. I think it would be the other way round for me. Well, that's just how it is. Well, I'm hoping, after I complete this game, the nightmares don't continue. I remember watching a film called The Mist. It came out, I don't know, probably could have been like 10 years ago. And there's a scene at the end of the film, which was, it completely shocked me. I couldn't stop thinking about it for like a week. It was so dark. It was sort of looking back to it. It was a good film. The ending was quite good, but at the time, it was really disturbing. But then again, I've watched a lot of really weird horror films in the past, so I'm hoping, you know, it's all good. No. I don't know what it was, right? No, it wasn't that. That wouldn't have been a nightmare. I don't know. I just... Maybe it was just the fear of the game. It had nothing to do with the girls whatsoever. I hadn't even played the game at this point. I think it was just subconsciously. I was like, what is up with this game? Yeah, let's keep the chat like PG, guys. Monday's a big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Yeah, honestly, apart from a couple of things I've accidentally come across, I've completely gone into this blind, so... yeah, I don't really know what I'm getting myself into. So far, so good. Let's head home. Another day done with. Let's give it another quick save. I'm going to use another slot. Just in case. Okay. Even though it's been a few days, a lot of things have already changed, but today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way. Sorry, I was spacing out. Oh, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... I mean, Sayori fumbles with her words, so let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. What would you do? What kind of question is that? You kind of put me on the spot here. Oh, right. Okay, here we go. This is not going to end well. Now, do I lie? Or... You know what? She seems like a nice girl. I'm going to walk home with her. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly. Paul Ledoux, welcome from France. Hey there. Pokemon Master, if the game scares you, please, I would prefer you come to a different stream that... If you haven't already seen what happens, come to a different stream that, you know, doesn't have jumps or whatever scary moments are going to happen. Right, you think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted to. I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. I did French at school. I can't remember any of it. I think I've already gone into the quality of the teaching of my old French teacher. I won't go back into it, but yeah. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about, but I want to respect her. Keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Okay, we get to do another poem. Let's go with vibrance, peace, happiness. I'm not going to go and choose suicide. That is dark. Key. Lucky. Clumsy. Awesome. Let's go with a horror again. I'm quite intrigued. You know, after I've completed this, I definitely want to look into what all the other combinations could be and stuff like that. Cheeks. I'm the last one here again. Oh, we're back here. Were you practicing piano again? I don't know, there's something about Yuri's hair that I quite like. That purple look really suits her. Starting this club, now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all you. Super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Can't wait for the festival, it's going to be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but it's a whole day of school where we get to play, eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? It's kind of like their personalities are all getting mixed up here. That's not how you spell my name at all. Also, that joke makes no sense in translation. Ah, never mind. Let's just focus on our own event for now, okay? Fine, fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me, where is Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at a desk in the corner of the room. Looking down at nothing, I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry, don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. You worry too much about me. I'm fine, see. Sayori shows me a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Something not quite right with her. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. Timidly approach Monica, who is shuffling through some papers at her desk. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little bit too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who is idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down the desk. Maybe there is something on her mind, but I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Aaron. Certainly know her a lot better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. It definitely feels like some of the characters have like traded places. Probably just me thinking that, but I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. Maybe she just had a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. What do you mean by that? Me? Lucky me. How on earth would you come to that conclusion? I probably shouldn't say too much, but Sayori talks about you more than anything else, you know. Huh? She's been so much happier ever since you've joined the club. It's like an extra light was turned on inside of her. No way. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now that it's always been. You're so funny. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as cheerful because that's just how she is when she's around you? Said too much. Giving the game away. I will try to avoid looking at the comments, Terry. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands up from her desk, walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. Watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her, but she's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. I say and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her that I'm letting this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Let's move that pointer off screen. Okay everyone, after some time passes, Monica calls out the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal, everyone goes to retrieve their poems, I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica and she smiles at me. Wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Okay, back to the poem time. Start off with Yuri, I reckon. I see. I think you're improving at writing in general. Thank you. What was that? I think I missed that. I feel like I keep trying to offer advice when it should have been clear to me that you prefer a different writing style. I probably just sounded arrogant. Nah, you weren't arrogant. I spent so much time worrying about what's better and what's worse. Not just with you, with Natsuki and Sayori. It's obvious now why nobody has fun when talking to me, and because of that, I'll just keep my mouth shut about your poem. Wasn't that bad, was it? I hope not. She buries her head into her arms. I don't think it's ever as bad as you make it sound in your head. I think if people really didn't like talking to you, then it would be a lot more obvious. I know that you like to read deeply into things, but some things are just worth taking at face value. I've gotten so used to it that it's hard for me to comprehend any other possibility. Gotten used to what? Reading deeply into things? Being disliked? What am I saying? I'm sorry. She's kind of opening up a bit here. I never meant to bring this up. Yuri turns away from me. You should go. Please don't look at me right now. I want to do some thinking. Fair enough. If she wants to talk, she'll talk. I feel bad, but thankfully she doesn't take it out on me. I'll wait until she's feeling a little bit better. Okay. Let's show my poem to Monica. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure, but whatever you do, I'm sure it will turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. Please say it's good. It's kind of funny, I'll go with that. Oh, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately. Didn't you already tell me this? I guess you could say that, although we kind of grew up as best friends. Haven't been seeing as much of her this past year. Since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again. I see. That reminds me, about how Sayori's been a little bit off today. Did she tell you something? Aaron, you haven't been flirting with her, have you? Don't think so. I've been treating her like I always do. Okay, just making sure. Know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her. So keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. Was that maybe what I said to her before going home yesterday? That I'd prefer to walk home with her if someone else wanted to? Natsuki, I'll share my poem with you. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. A lady who knows everything. Beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Okay. Feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of things that give life meaning. Not to get too whatever, or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see, I never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. I was gonna say that. I think the majority of the poems have kind of had like a, yeah, slightly sounding a bit off to me. Definitely not joyful. Maybe that is why people isn't coming to that, to this club. We wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? How can she mess up two-dimensional? Also, writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier, because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, let's go Natsuki. Is it kind of safe to go back to reading the comments? This one's alright. Alright. Well, yeah. About as good as yesterday's. See what you're going for. It's not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly just glad that you're trying a little bit. Well, of course, at least I'm trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? Huh? Gross. It's not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you ended up just scaring me away? That's, it's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun to hang out here, even if I have to put up with you. Natsuki's elbow connects with my stomach. Oh. Maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Or maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's the kind of the point. I should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. Let's give it a read. Okay, it's safe to go back to the chat. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminished. You'll wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. There's way too much text in this game. Let's leave your memories in a footprint trail. Set you free in my windy sail. Remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought you had left long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Okay. I'll be your beach. Nice title. I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something with a nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. Yeah, totally agree with that. Kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. Good point. Well, Yuri's take on it was a little more solemn. Well, that's... Jeez. She better not have said anything bad about me. After all, she was the one who wanted us to write about the same topic. You can really see her doing that too, making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not like I care. I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up being kind of metaphorical too, but there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it was good practice. Let's finish with Sayori. This is your best one so far. It's really, really nice, Aaron. I'm liking all these compliments. It's not often I get that many compliments. Even if it is a fictional character. Sayori, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything okay? Of course, everything's fine. This is the thing that gets me, right? Anytime you ask someone how they are, they always say they're like fine. But really they're not. They just don't want to sort of get into a big conversation. Drag someone down. Do you want me to nap or something? Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face. Well, okay. Hey, Aaron, I'm still a little surprised. I really thought that you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does, or even Natsuki, but in the end, yeah. Guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else? Wait, of course I do. That doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Sayori. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something, and this is how the poem come out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? Sayori has trouble keeping her voice steady all of a sudden. I hear the background music's changed as well. If you had fun with everyone else instead, this would be so much easier. Sayori. I glance around the room to make sure nobody has noticed this. I probably never said this before, but I don't understand what you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles, keeps shaking her head. Finally she gathers herself, puts on a smile. It's nothing, Aaron. It's just a little rain cloud. I'm sorry you had to see that. I promise it won't happen again. Just smiles from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm going to go home a little bit early today. What has happened? Why is she upset? I really hope I've not done anything to upset her. Before I can say something else, Sayori cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Okay, you three, we're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out? Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing's different is that Sayori isn't here. Seems you're right. Okay, the game's going to get interesting. What is it? 8 o'clock already, jeez. I mean, if this was possible to get completed in the next hour or so, I would stick through to the end of it. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? All of the times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. Oh no. first of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't really want to force it. That curious expression coming from Yuri, of all people. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier. Everything's fine. What does she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes, but we might need a lot of them and different flavours. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. Good old Barney Stimpson. As for myself, I'm going to be assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design. They've left this a little bit late, haven't they, to get all this stuff done? Act 1 will be done the next hour. Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me come up with something for Yuri? No. That's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Natsuki's pouting too. Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit. But I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know. So you should make some banners, decorations to help set the atmosphere. About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes. As she stares at her desk in focus, starts nodding to herself. Your mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. DTB! Hey there! Haven't seen you for a while, man. Hope you're doing good. It's 10 past 8 in the UK. I was told it takes about 4.5 hours, but obviously if there's times I need to go back, maybe that's why the game might take a bit longer. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks. Probably go a long way to give them a hand. You can always help them. Really appreciative of that. Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that? I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. DTB. No worries. Yeah, I mean, so far, I am enjoying the game. There's a lot of talking. Which I know is the point of the game, for this section anyway. You mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Aaron may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with decorations. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Aaron to what you're saying. Let's just go through all this text. I think it's up to Aaron to decide how he'd like to contribute. Okay, so I get to choose someone to spend time with. Okay, but what's her name's gone home, so is she going to be a little bit annoyed that I'm going to be spending time with another one of these girls? Can we just settle this already? Not particularly. I don't feel very comfortable here. In that case, everyone looks straight at me. The thing is, I kind of feel like I've got a connection, weirdly enough, with Sayori. Whether that's the right one to go with, I don't know. It's all open to interpretation, I guess. These three girls, I I don't know, they just annoy me a bit. I'm going with Sayori again. Monica said, oh, okay. Oh, okay, so I can't go with her. Oh, I really hate making choices, like decisions rather. Let's go with Natsuki. Bit of bacon, as long as I can eat out the cake mix, I will be happy with that. I probably made a seriously bad choice here. Well, I was going for Sayori, but I've gone with Natsuki now, so... excited. I wouldn't go as far as saying I was excited about this. Pretty, yeah, something different to do, I guess. Me. Pretty much what I said. Guess you could say I'm interested to see how it will turn out. It's good enough for me. Fair enough. She's still sulking. There's something not right with her. That's... something not right with her. Natsuki goes over, puts her hand down Yuri's shoulders. You really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help me make this event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help too. Yeah, Pokemon Master. I was saying that earlier about voices, but I do kind of find, well, it's a visual novel. I think it would be nice to have the option of having voices. I can guarantee there's already been some fan dubs of this, at least on YouTube, I would have thought. But the other thing with games like this is sometimes you can read quicker than it takes to listen. So, yeah, it's not really like the end of the world. It's kind of nice to get a view of their voice in your mind, though. Monica and I are also taken back by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people, to be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to be my best. Do my best, rather. And all of us are going to make it a really great event. Yeah. Let's make this the event of the year. Hope to see everyone does their best, but with that, there's nothing more for today. Okay, she's sticking back a bit. She does not look happy. We still need to figure out plans for the weekend. You literally would have gone home, realised that you didn't even have a way to contact me. That is true. Have you got a mobile phone number? I'm giving you my number. Yeah, that'll do. You better not make it weird or anything. Why would I do that? Natsuki gives me a number. Okay. I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients. You're coming to my house. What's wrong with that? I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house. Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over at my house. My dad would kill me. She's 18, really? That's kind of strict if you ask me. How do you feel? I can't do anything when my dad's home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. Good luck with that one, Pokemon Master. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over. Is that it? I'm really going to show you why I love baking so much, so you better look forward to it. Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work? Well, I was just saying that. It's not like I could act like that in front of everyone that I was looking forward to this. Wait, really? Well, kind of. Just because I never get to bait with someone else before. That's all it is. I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you later. Never mind. Sounded like she wanted something else to say there. Can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori. What happens if Sayori catches her over at my house? It's not going to end well. My anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. Ozcat. That's not good. Does sound like you got strict parents. I do find though, a lot of fathers, you know, they look out for their daughters. So I'm sure that is what's going on there. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori found out about this? Well, maybe I do have some feelings for her, maybe. On my virtual self. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Okay. It's already Sunday. Wow, that went quick. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous. Doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji. Sounds like me. Yeah. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a single thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Why do I like her over the other girls? I don't know. I think it's more the fact that when I was younger, right, I used to have a next door neighbour, Nicola, and wow, this is going back. And every day we would like talk to each other. We were kids, you know. We would talk to each other, and funny enough, her parents or her dad would never allow me into her house, but they would never allow her around mine. And yeah, we saw each other every day after school. And then we got to secondary school. And we didn't really see each other. We both separated from each other. Every so often we would like just maybe see each other. And not really say much. This is kind of what reminds me of Sayori, actually. And I kind of wish I kept that friendship, because I had a lot of good memories with her. Rather than asking, simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. I don't know, for a computer girl anyway, she seems like a relatively nice person. Yuri seems a little bit strange for me, if I'm being honest. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Brett Gaming, thank you for stopping by. Take it easy. The music has stopped. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're a family. The house is quiet. I'm going to quickly save this. I don't know, Terry, from what I've seen for the time being, she definitely seems a little bit strange. Strange, not in a bad way. Strange can be good as well. No worries, DTB. This is really reminding me of a TV episode I watched. And you know what? Oh, good. I sit down in a room. I was kind of expecting the worst there. I kind of I don't know, she seems very quiet. Maybe she'll open up a bit later in the game. Terry, no, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Trust me, I've not looked... I kind of know that there's death involved. That's... I know that, but how the deaths happen or whatever, I don't know. And unfortunately, I mean, I saw someone post, well, put it in the stream earlier, and it kind of correlated to a picture I saw of one of the characters, so we'll see. Not much has really changed, has it? Sora's room is as messy as it always been. I also recognise the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted me to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Do you have a stream SV? Oh, that was the surprise. Well, I was assuming there's going to be more to it than just that, but we'll see. I don't know how it happens. Well, I've got an idea, but that is all I kind of know here. I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Natsuki then. Yep, there's more science between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behaviour is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. Oh, schedule. To be honest, right. Yeah, that's all I has kind of been spoilt for me, Terry. So... yeah, expect more surprises after that. My schedule, Tuesday, is usually a random stream. I usually do a stream with Wayne. We've been doing Resident Evil lately. It depends what game, really, we're up to trying out. I think next Tuesday, because Leo's down, that's Wayne's son, I believe we're going to be doing Smash Brothers Wii U. Thursdays, I... change between Mario Kart 8 and Rocket League. Sundays I always still keep with Mario Maker. Next week I've got the week off, so I'm going to try and fit an extra stream in next week if I can. That's no good, Aaron. Why can't it just be like it's always been? Terry. Thursday's going to be Mario Kart. I've kind of made plans tomorrow night, so I better not. I was kind of planning. Yeah, Thursday, yeah, it's Mario Kart. I don't know. I'll either stream Monday of next week, finish this off. If somehow I can do it tomorrow, trust me, I'd love to. I I really don't think I can do that for tomorrow. It would have been good to get it all done. And that's kind of why I was hoping to get it all done in one stream today, but it doesn't really look like it's going to happen. Are you listening to yourself right now? No, as in, I probably would do it Monday. Do a live stream Monday, and then carry on as Tuesday as normal. I'm going to get through to the cookie. Sorry, not. I'm going to get through to the end of this chapter or episode or whatever you want to call it. I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Really put me in a trap, Aaron, but you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Aaron? The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? No. Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and care into waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like, and that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Did she really want so badly for me just not to think about her? Why, Sayori? Huh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could do to support you. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. You don't understand at all, Aaron. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I see what she means there. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Awkward laugh. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Aaron. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish and I was punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish, that's all I am, and that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time I pull her into a tight embrace. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Aaron. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Aaron, Sorry, barely managed to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sari finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. Don't understand any of my feelings, Aaron. It kind of gives it that really personal touch when, you know, it keeps saying my name. It makes it a bit more real. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. That's really scary too. Sarah lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sari wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I was gonna say, come along. Probably not best to stay on your own. I don't know if that would be a very good thing for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? I look forward to it. Let's make sure there is going to be a tomorrow. I say goodbye to Sayori, exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it. When Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worried. Where's her family anyway? Where's her parents? I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. I spend only a few minutes back at home anxiously awaiting Natsuki's arrival. Before I know it, she texts me to let me know she's outside the front door. Without delay, I open the front door to let her in. Sup. What are my thoughts on her depression? I feel really bad for her, obviously. Is she getting help? Is she keeping this all to herself? It seems it. I mean, with depression, I kind of feel it's very difficult to tell people. You know, it's got a bit of a stigma behind it. I really hope she doesn't top herself. That's all I can say. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than her school uniform totally threw me off. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Hey there, Kraken. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good one. Geez, don't make it feel so awkward already. It's going to be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. Let's get cooking. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki is carrying a large bag that's probably full of baking supplies. Well, I didn't want to come all this way to find out that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You brought everything I asked you to, right? Yeah, I did. Yesterday, Natsuki asked me to buy a bunch of ingredients if I didn't already have them at home. Good. Glad I could count on you to do your part. Well, of course. I'm surprised to hear Natsuki suddenly say that rather than something snarky like she usually does. Could it be that she is a little different outside of school after all? I think most people are different outside of, like, school, work, stuff like that. They act differently. Let's go to the kitchen. What? You're not even going to offer to take this heavy bag from me? Where's your hospitality, Aaron? Come on. Since when did I need to be a gentleman? I grab the bag Natsuki holds out to me. This is ridiculously heavy. Thank you so much for the sub. Who was that? Kraken, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the stream anyway. I carried that all the way here. Are you impressed? I see now. Yeah, I'm impressed, Natsuki. It seems like I always underestimate you. It's because I'm so small, isn't it, you jerk? Hey, your size has nothing to do with it. Do you really hate being small that much, huh? It's not like I hate it. I mean, sometimes I like proving people wrong when they only think I'm worth my size. It's fun when I get to be small and also better than other people. But, geez, never mind. What are you making me say? Don't think you can make me talk about weird things just because we're not at school. Are we getting started or what? There's a lot of stuff I've got to teach you. That's a little bit more like you. You're more fun when you just speak your mind like that. Hey, now you are treating me like a kid. I was just trying to be a little nicer to you. You know. And just because I don't have a mature and sexy figure like Yuri, doesn't mean you should treat me like that. Natsuki catches her words and her face turns red. Forget it. I didn't say anything. I should apologise. I appreciate that you were trying to be nicer. I should have been a little more considerate too. But also, if that's what you're thinking, then you should know that there are tons of guys who are into body types like you. How would you know that anyway? Just trust me on this one. Gross. I'm not really having much luck with her, am I? Let's just get started. You get all sour when a girl calls you gross. It's not really a compliment, is it? Not at all. Well, if Natsuki decides to dish out more insults like that, there's no way I'm not fighting back. But she's satisfied enough for now. Finally starting to pull things out of the bag. So we can get going. Before long, the whole kitchen's a mess. It doesn't look that messy, to be honest. You should see my kitchen. Mixer isn't big enough to make all the batter at once, so we've had to do it several times. Kraken, I'm probably, what, 2-3 hours into it at this point? Something like that, anyway. Not going to be able to complete it tonight, I don't think. But I'm going to have to do a second stream. I seriously need to go and get myself some dinner. All this talk of food is not helping. What are you using for? To colour the batter, of course. I'm making each tray a different colour. That way, even if the flavours are different, everyone can still pick their favourite. It's a cute idea. Are we doing anything like that with the icing? Do you want to? You're asking me? I don't really have a preference, so... It's bacon. How excited can you get? I don't really care too much about the baking process. It's more about eating the result. Put a few drops of food colour in each. It's not like bacon is just about following... Man, I really could care less about bacon. Like the ones you made on my first day. I recall Natsuki proudly presenting her cat-shaped cupcakes and Sayori and Monica's delighted expressions. Wonder if I can make Natsuki proud like that too. Yeah. Maybe I will use the food colouring then. Sounds like you're starting to understand. Just make sure you completely finish mixing the icing before you mess with the food colouring. Let me just check that folder as well, just in case something has gone a bit weird there. So far, I can't really notice anything different there. Whatever, it's cooking. It's not that exciting. Natsuki grabs a whisk. You really need to beat the crap out of it. After a few seconds, consistency of the icing's already improved. As if to emphasise, Natsuki sticks a finger in the icing, pops it in her mouth, reluctantly start to do the same. Natsuki suddenly grabs my wrist. I don't want your gross fingers in my icing. Your icing? Are you forgetting who did all the work? I start to fight back, trying to inch my finger towards the bowl. Don't make me beat the crap out of you, Net. I like this girl. I'd like to see you try it. Scoop some with my finger. The force of Natsuki pulling me causing me to stumble. You got it on my face. I really hope Sayori isn't just going to come walking in the door. There's a big glob of ice in Natsuki's cheek. Yeah, I can tell. Tell Terry. Natsuki instead wipes it off with her finger before shoving her finger towards my own face. I grab her wrist with my hand before it reaches my face. Natsuki tries to use her other hand to fight back. Here we go. Not until you apologise for calling me gross. Fine, fine. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I didn't mean it. It's just fun seeing you react to it. You do that to me all the time, you know. Saying dumb things just to get reaction out of me. You really shouldn't tease girls like that. Is that so? In that case, I probably shouldn't do this either. I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth. Lick. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Unless you really like her, of course. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me just like that? How did the mood turn to this so quickly? Ah, the oven is burning. Something's burning. I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. Cough. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in here, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Jeez. Natsuki uses her oven mitt to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She sets it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. Tension from the moment before still lingers. But the moment's already been lost. I quite like the fact... kind of like the fact that each character can be in the same situation. Depending on who you choose to go and work with. Teary, how close are we to the end of Act 1, by the way? The cupcake's ready to pull out the oven. As soon as Natsuki opens the oven door, a blast of sweet-smelling warm air fills the room. Look at how cute they all look. She proudly shows off the different coloured cupcakes in each of the trays. They'll look even better once we add the ice in. Not like you need to tell me that. I brought decorating stuff, so I hope we can get creative. Here, scoop the icing into these bags. Have these nozzles that will make it look nice and fluffy. This one can even make flowers. We probably won't be using it this time though. What's this one for? I pick up one of the nozzles that has a much thinner tip than the others. Cookie. Thank you. So what's that going to be? About 9 o'clock? Or just gone? That one's really thin, so you can use it to make stripes, but you can also use it to write stuff on a cake. Like happy birthday or whatever. That gives me an idea, actually. Yeah, not that I'm moaning that it's going on a bit. Act 1 definitely seems to be quite long. Well, it's a literature event, right? We can make it more literature themed by writing a different word on each of the cupcakes. Would be fun to see people choose their cupcakes based on a word they like. I was kind of expecting you to say something really stupid. That's actually a really cute idea, so maybe I'm getting it from you. Thierry, what I would suggest, right, is pop in Thursday during the stream. I will have a better idea then. The only other thing is, I do know that I'm off Friday afternoon from work. If there's only a couple of hours left on the game, I might be able to try and stream it late Friday afternoon. But it's not 100% yet, so I would love to just get it finished this week if possible. I'm not cute? Come on. We're not at school, nobody's judging. You can't dress and act like this and not expect me to think you're cute. Well, Natsuki's voice trails off. Same with you, huh? Did you say something? Nothing? Let's just do the icing. Picks up the paste, fastens the nozzle onto each of the bags. There's a lot to do, so we shouldn't be wasting time. Here, I'll show you how to do it. Without giving me a chance to think about it before, Natsuki quickly moves on. The other acts are like 2 to 4 hours. I'm really confused, so I've already played this game for 3.5 hours. Someone I know that played this told me they completed it in 4.5 hours. So unless the other acts are like 20 minutes each, and not the 2 to 4 hours, I don't know. When we're finally finished, Natsuki puts them all side by side to admire her work. Look how pretty they are together. Yeah, they are, aren't they? I wish I could have one now. Well, there's no reason you can't, right? Don't see any harm in it. Down to 10 cupcakes already. Yeah, Thierry, maybe that's why. You know what? I wasn't actually planning to read it out. I just kind of automatically did it. I guess if you're just skipping through it a lot quicker, yeah, you can get through it a lot faster. It's your fault for working so slowly. You should have thought about that. It's not like you always have this chance. Man. As usual, Natsuki places the blame on me. You can bring the cupcakes tomorrow, right? If you and Sayori each carry some, probably do it in one trip. I certainly can do that. Don't worry, I won't let her eat any. I wish she would listen to me the way she listens to you. Yeah. That's fine then, Ozcat. Plus, if I wasn't reading it out loud, I think I would just be clicking it so fast that perhaps no one else would be able to read it. Because I am a pretty quick reader. So it always does listen to me, but at that point it felt like she couldn't listen to me at all. All packed up, good work today. You too. I'll walk you out, I guess. Just like that, Natsuki is about to leave. Feels like the afternoon went by in a flash. More than that, did I even take the opportunity to get closer to her like I wanted? Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Natsuki. What you said before about not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over any time, okay? I think that, if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere. Do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me intensely. Like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. Really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... She suddenly gets a bit closer. Wait, Natsuki. Oh. What happened there? Oh. Oh, could have been awkward. Just now, we weren't. It's okay, Aaron. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, you should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... That's too bad. I bet she was looking from her window, to be honest. I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow. So it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. So I need to make a decision, do I? I'm guessing I've got to choose. My imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come here, see for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. It's all that matters to me. Yeah, keep telling yourself that. Why am I feeling this way, Aaron? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. DDR guy, I don't know the way. Sorry. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Aaron. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica was right about what? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Aaron. Really scared. What are you scared of? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. Did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slid my hand down Sayori's arm, squeezed her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Guys, why didn't you tell me the volume was so low? I would have changed that ages ago. Let me know if that's any better. I was thinking earlier, is it even loud enough? But no one complains, so I just went on with it. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give to you. The thing is, right, she has got a lot of issues. Do I go with a girl that has, you know, depression and possibly is always going to be like that? Or if I choose you'll always be my dearest friend, maybe she'll get over the fact that I've not chosen her, but she might do something stupid. The thing is though, since playing this game, I kind of had a connection to her, so for that reason, I love you. Those are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like... Hold on. So there's no way you could like me no more than I like you. I should have realised it sooner. Spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you... Having fun with you every day helped me realise that you're truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Is this really okay? Hold Sayori in my arms, pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I don't know if that's a good choice or a bad choice. Feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why, even now? Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going to go away at all, Aaron. Hope I made the right choice there. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first day, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about these things, you know. I want everyone to be the same as it always has been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. Okay, that is the volume waxer. I'm quite intrigued as to why. I'm turning the volume up. Hey Aaron! Sayori gazes at me once more, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad... Is the volume okay, by the way? This is the best thing for me, right? Huh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me, but that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me? Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that why Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. She's not answering her phone, not a good sign. Considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes myself by carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki is already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. More excited for it to be over so I can spend some time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. Knowing Monica though, I'm sure the event will be great too. Hello there, Monica. Monica's placing little booklets each side of the desks. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. She's overslept again, that dummy. You think that on days this important should try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Probably should have. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's have a real quick look. That is literally what I just found in my game files. It looks a little bit disturbing. I'm assuming that is supposed to be her, actually. But let's get rid of that. We don't want that. Buffering. That's kind of annoying. You should take a little responsibility for her, Aaron. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning. How does she know? She set cameras up or something? Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? I don't believe that. That we're a couple now. Maybe she put it on Facebook, I don't know. I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Geez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? Come out really nice. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like that will definitely help. People take the club a lot more seriously. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognise Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Okay. Hey there, Spider King. The music. Is this... Oh, you... You know what? I'm going to have to rewind the stream there for a second. Get out of my head. Get out of my head. Yeah, I get the general gist. There's no music, so I don't know what's going on here. Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Aaron. What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. Welcome, just Sayori. Konnichiwa. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go and get Sayori, so... Try not to take too long. Okay, so let's head off home. Hey there, Josh. Welcome. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told you yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I need to give her. I reach Sayori's house, knock on the door. Don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. She really is a heavy sleeper, I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Again, where are the parents? That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on the door. This is not going to end well. Wake up. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? She's really left me no choice. I gently open the door. What the hell? What the... Right, okay. That is messed up. That is seriously messed up. Right. Yeah, if you come on this moment, probably not the best time. Right. Game script. What do I do with that? Trace back text for details. Line 307. Let's get this open up. Can't believe what she... I wasn't expecting her to do that, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a different character. What was with all the line? Is there a glitch? Right, what do I need to do? I need to open this file up. .307. Oh. Ah. Okay, so she's gone from the file. What the hell? Okay, guys, I am going to add this to the screen here. Right, so I've got to go to, what was that, sorry, line 3, oh, hang on. She's the one that's making this so difficult. Hold on, I can probably, I think, actually, you know what, this would be probably a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Well, here goes nothing. Windows... What the... I don't quite get what... It's telling me... What? I don't know if there's any more to that or what. What the hell? That is... Was that right then? Was sort of saying that I loved her the bad choice? Maybe she wouldn't have done this if I hadn't have done that. Now the game begins. I'm not going to lie, that first time I went into the house, I thought she had hung herself already. So walking up that second time, I kind of knew what to expect. I did not expect all that glitchy stuff though. Yeah, the character's deleted now, so is it my fault? Maybe she wouldn't have done that. Is this where I could, like, load back before then? But she might have killed herself anyway. I knew I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can just reset. Try... There we go. I answered my own question. Oh wow. She's glitched out. Should I continue then, Thierry? I don't understand what that thing is either. Now open up the new game. What the... Huh? Is she back? But she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running, Ray. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let whatever catch up to me. What the... I thought my computer crashed for a second there. Continue for 5 minutes, okay. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples. Friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls. It's kind of like reset, hasn't it? But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. School day, ordinary as ever. After I pack up my things, stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs, there really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be too demanding for me to deal with anyway. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. What? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Huh? It has. Let's save here, guys. Okay, I think it's probably a good idea to end the stream then. You know what? It's really started to get interesting now. I kind of don't want to stop, but it's 9:15. I need to go and get some dinner. It's getting too late. What did I make of that first part? I really wish I didn't know about the suicide. I didn't expect it to be Sayori, though, that killed herself. And I honestly kind of felt it was leading up to that point anyway, that something was going to go wrong. I guess it's going to change considerably from this point on, so... I can't play it anymore. I'm going to leave it here, guys. I will, if I can, stream it on Friday. It'll be afternoon in the UK when I do stream it. Otherwise, it's going to have to be next week, guys. Yeah. If you haven't followed me on Twitter, then please do so. I'm sure someone can put down the... hang on, I'll do it. So we got Twitter. If you follow me, I will post when I'm next going to be streaming. There's also the Discord if you want to as well. Up to you. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there. If you've enjoyed the stream anyway, great if you could give it one of those. And subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks for watching. See you later. And hopefully I won't have any nightmares. I'm pretty sure I won't. It wasn't as bad as I was expecting. See you later, guys.